Welcome back to another episode of The Vet Scoop alongside Emma Cassidy and our very special guest, Damaris Gonzalez. I'm Mike Messina, and we're happy to be back for another episode talking to you guys, just shooting our shot and see what we got going. How you guys doing today?
Super duper. I am tired all of the time. That's just my state of being. So
Yeah, I'm with Emma on this one.
Yeah, I think I woke up about 20 minutes ago, so we'll see how this goes. Emma, what do we have? I guess we'll get right into it. What do we have coming down the pipeline within the next couple of weeks?
well, this Friday, the 27th, is our service day, which we've been advertising for a few days now. And that is going to be us with the Dream Center in Bushwick packing boxes for their food pantry that they do throughout the week. So there's two shifts, 11 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. and they're both about 2 hours long. And so I'm going to be there the whole day just in case people sign up for both. But it's a lot of fun. They always provide like refreshments. There's like all kinds. They have like a refrigerator like full of drinks that you're free to just take from all day. So it's really cool. They treat their volunteers really well, and it's just a lot of fun. They play music. It's like an assembly line style thing, So we always have a good time, and I always meet some really interesting people whenever I go. So I'm looking forward to that, and I only vaguely expect you guys to be there. It's fine.
Humble brag about you being there all day, but when is it? You said the 27th, right?
Yeah, February 27th. That's a Saturday, so it's always on Saturdays that they do this. And if you can't volunteer this Saturday, if you go to the Dream Center website, you just Google Dream Center NYC, they have an option to volunteer at their weekly food pantry shifts as well, which are in Manhattan and in Brooklyn as well. So they're a little more spread out in that way. And so if you navigate to the COVID-19 relief tab and then scroll down to volunteer, you fill out a form and they contact you just to confirm your availability. And then you don't have to do that again. You usually just show up after that. But
how many people do we have signed up so far? Is it looking good?
For sure, we have 4 that aren't even student veterans, because I was talking to a reporter for the Fordham newspaper, and he said he was interested in going. So he has 3 other people that he's bringing along. So even externally, we have 4. We have myself. I have for sure 1 other veteran coming. So we have 6 at the very least. So,
Okay.
yes, we have 7 at the very.
So now we have 7.
Yeah. This is like a record. It's
great. The attendance needs to bump up in some of the activities. I know I'm a culprit in that attendance list, but the attendance has to get there, and I will start coming as well. It's just hard for me to travel all the way to Brooklyn and Manhattan, so the in-person events are a little tougher for me.
Well, Fordham is in Manhattan in the Bronx, so you owe us.
Well, I don't live there currently.
Well, that's a you problem.
I'm an hour and it certainly is a me problem. I'm trying to fix that problem as we speak. I'm trying to look for apartments every day, so we'll see. Hopefully,
They're really cheap right now in Brooklyn.
Do you guys go to the Rose Hill campus or Lincoln Center?
Lincoln Center.
See, how far is it from Rose Hill, Brooklyn?
So for when I went to Rose Hill, I would always take I'd take the train. It takes me like 45 minutes, and then I take the van, the Ram van.
See, 45 minutes is a big commute every single day, multiple times a day.
No, it's not. 45 minutes it's not even, it doesn't even feel like 45 minutes. I just put on my show, get on the train and chill or read.
If you live right outside campus, it's a nice little 4-minute bike ride and it's spectacular.
If you want to live in the Bronx, sure.
Well, I've lived in the Bronx since August of 2000.
I hate the boroughs. The same. Brooklyn is the best borough in my opinion. So
I have heard that as well. I'm not denying that claim, but the commute is what makes me. What'd you say?
I don't want to borough shame, so I'm not gonna participate in this conversation.
I'm sure I'll get some hate for that, especially from Matthias, who's always on our case about that. So
well, I mean, I certainly don't rank the Bronx as the top borough, but I also haven't really experienced any other borough besides the Bronx. But as of right now, it's not on the top of my list.
Brooklyn. Okay. Anyway, moving swiftly onward, we also have our first Friday for March coming up, which is it's difficult to advertise for this because it's hard to adhere to COVID guidelines and still make a fun event for everybody. So it's just going to be like a little social thing. I'm not really sure if we're going to advertise it too much. And Steven might get mad at me for even saying it on this podcast. I'm not really sure. So at Steven, I'm sorry if you're upset with me. But I don't have a solid plan for that yet. I'm going to have one by today. So by the time this episode is released, we'll have a way forward. And I imagine most of the SVAF team will be there. I'm sure that will be easy for them. I'm not sure externally how much participation we'll get, but so that's just a quick plug to join and be active with SVAF, because there's like events that we do that aren't always, inclusive rather. So
obviously there's going to have to be a limit on people, like you said before when we were talking before we started recording. There's going to be a limit. It's going to depend on what place it is, what borough it's in. So we'll really have to wait and see the attendance on that. I'm hoping a lot of people can show up to that, because it's good meeting new people like at those events. I know for me, coming in, not knowing anybody, going to a lot of the events my very first semester and then kind of stopping for some reason, I did meet a lot of student veterans, and it really helped me through my first semester. So I encourage everyone to come out and attend these events and attend the virtual events whenever, because they're all a good time, and it really helps you meet people that you never thought you would be friends with or think about meeting. So I encourage everyone to come out.
Yeah, helped me. Joining SVAF in general helped me meet a lot of people. So it was really convenient, because I didn't know anybody in New York City when I moved here. So it was like, I'm okay doing stuff by myself, but eventually it takes a toll on you. So come hang out with us, please.
That was like the main objective when I started the First Fridays about 2 years ago. So
You started that?
yeah, me and Matt.
Nice. Did not know that.
January 2019, Matt mentioned, he's like, hey, like, let's go get. Actually, it was like an office thing. It started as an office thing every Friday, or not every first Friday. We would go to Whole Foods and go to the bar and drink after work. And then we started like inviting other veterans that would come to the office, because before the office was just a little cubicle, so it was only like 4 of us in there. And then it turned into this big event, and yeah, it kind of blew up because we had other schools like NYU, John Jay. We had all other schools coming to the First Friday, and it was pretty big. Like 50 people were going.
It was really that big, huh? At first?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was fun.
COVID sucks, man. It's taking the.
That's crazy. I did not know it was like 50 people were showing up at first. That's impressive too. To get that many people to want to come.
Where do you even fit that many people? Whole Foods is gonna be like, you need to go.
Oh, no. We changed it. We went to this place called Bar Bacon, my spot on 9th Ave. Yeah.
Is it a bar? Obviously.
Yeah, it's a bar, and they reserved half of the bar for us. So it was like half of the bar, and it's just a bunch of veterans.
Oh yeah.
Yes, because we like our whiskey. So.
Yeah, and they got bacon everything over there.
See, I don't know if I'm a fan of that.
I love it.
I think there's a limit, right? Like there are some things bacon should not be involved with, but
chocolate's one of them.
I don't know. I could
Chocolate covered bacon. I had it. Did not like it. Was not a fan at all.
Okay, duly noted. Mike doesn't like bacon and chocolate.
I think I don't like drinking bacon.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's where I draw the line.
I've never tried it, but I can't imagine I do.
Yeah, no, I'm not about that life at all. That's disgusting. So I'm really hoping that as the vaccine comes out and things go back to whatever the new normal is going to be, that we can sort of pick back up on First Fridays and get more participation, just because in general, it's just a lot of fun to like have at least one day a month, for sure you're going to have a social event to attend and hang out with people. And I also have I want to do the fall social really bad. So really fingers crossed that we can do that, because I haven't done it. I didn't get to do it last year. So
yeah, the socials are so much fun. Yeah. They're dangerous.
Yep.
Yeah, I would like to go to that next year too. I think I had worked that weekend or that night, so I couldn't go, but I'm hoping we can do it this fall, but we'll see with everything going on. I know some restaurants are starting to open up. The city's starting to open up more. We can go to movies now in New York City. That's a plus.
Yeah. Big, past the theater.
Big movie guy, but
cool.
They're probably mad expensive to go because there's only 25%.
Mm-hmm. How much do you guys go to the theaters in New York City ever?
I've never been to the theater in New York City.
Never have. Neither have I. But I didn't know what the prices were like previously.
Sometimes they're like $20. Sometimes they're $40, depending on the movie theater you go.
$40.
Yeah, because they got the recliner seats.
Ah, okay.
Yeesh. I mean, I know the popcorn cost my entire paycheck, but come on.
Yeah. And they bring you food too at these.
Yeah.
Like a waiter and waitress.
Yeah, they come, they bring you food.
Oh,
They
that's
bring
crazy.
you
I never heard that.
water. Yeah.
This is like a really common theater now. Like everyone's starting to do this.
Yeah.
You can't keep up a normal movie theater when you're competing with reclining seats in a bar. Like,
The bar I'm good with, but the reclining seats I think would have me sleeping within 5 minutes of the movie starting. I can't be laying down when I'm like even last night it was like 10 o'clock. I was laying down watching a movie, fell asleep at like 10:30.
there's stuff that do like beds with like blankets and things like that. Like it's some serious business. Yeah. I guess it's supposed to be like more like the date night attitude, but what if you're on a first date and someone takes you there? Like how awkward would that be? Like I don't know. I don't think I could.
I thought the awkward first date movie night.
I mean, movies in general, I think, are a weird first date because it's like, how are you going to get to know somebody when there's a movie? You know, like.
I'm a culprit of the first date movie night back in the day.
Well, I mean, it's a great fail safe, you know, because like
Yeah.
it's hard to be awkward when you have something to watch, you know. But eventually, you're gonna have to talk. So.
See, I don't mind the silence. So I like I'm fine with sitting in the car for 5 hours with somebody not saying a single word. So I don't mind it. But
I would rather die.
it does not affect me at all.
I cannot imagine. I've had a lot of one and only dates recently. Like we go on one and we never speak again. And there's been some of the awkward ones. So I sometimes I'm like, why am I here? If I had to sit in a silent car with someone, I would just hop out. If we were moving, I don't care. I'm out. Like
Well, okay. I guess I should have said not on the first date. I don't like doing that.
I see.
But like getting to know someone, I don't mind. Like after a little bit, I don't mind that. But on a first date, yeah, that's super weird. Super weird.
Comfortable silence is one thing, but I like to talk too much. I don't think I could be quiet for very long. So
I lose interest pretty quick. That's my issue.
person?
In a person, you said?
Yeah, like what do you mean you lose interest really quick?
No, like just of conversation.
Oh, okay.
Like I want to listen to music or listen to a podcast or something.
Listen to your own. Come on, Mike. We know you're trying to plug yourself to your date.
Yeah, I know. Listen to Vet Scoop right now. 5-on-3 WFEV Sports. Listen to it.
All of them.
So let's get into another topic of handling school, work, and really other extracurricular activities that we do. How are you guys sort of handling your day-to-day life and work life due to COVID and being online and stuff like that?
Barely handling it. I can't, like, for some odd reason, like waking up early is just not a thing for me, even though I have class at 10 a.m. and person class. Like I have to go to Lincoln Center and sit in class by 10 a.m. That means I have to wake up at 7, walk my dog, eat, take the train, get dressed, take the train, look decent because I'm not even used to like getting up and like dressing myself, you know, putting makeup on, the whole spiel.
What time do you usually wake up?
If I have a 10 o'clock class in COVID times, I wake up at 9:45.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Like, how much time do I need to like walk the dogs and then log on to my computer?
Exactly. The only reason I wake up at 9:45 is because I gotta walk my dog. Because if I don't, then she's gonna be bothering me throughout my whole class.
I didn't walk mine this morning before we started recording, and now they're just like sitting right outside the living room door, like it's time.
I have a cat meowing at my door right now, waiting to get in, but
Oh yeah.
she is not coming in.
Mm-mm.
She is not coming. I wish though that I could sleep until 10 o'clock. Today was the latest I slept in months, and it was 9:30, and it felt amazing.
Wow. I usually have like if I have a shift with the SVAF, I'll wake up, you know, to do that. But on the days that I don't have a morning shift, yeah, I'm definitely in bed until at least 10. Like, and I go to bed at like midnight at the latest. It's not like I'm not getting sleep. I don't understand why I'm incapable of waking up early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I wake up. So my shift starts at 12 with SVAF because I know I'm not gonna wake up early. And yeah, I wake up at like 11, 11:30, mope around, check in, you know, just the usual. But I can't. Like yesterday, I checked out of the SVAF. I came home and I fell asleep for the rest of the day and woke up, ate, and then fell back asleep. Like, I don't understand how I sleep so much.
Yeah, I am the complete opposite. I don't sleep during the day, and then I go to sleep around 11:30, 12, and sleep till usually 8:30, and then up every day.
I'll be up, I'll go to sleep at like 3 o'clock in the morning, wake up at like 7 in the morning, like, why am I up? And then fall asleep, wake up at 12.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
usually
no,
wake
I'm not.
up twice throughout the night, so maybe that contributes. I usually wake up almost exactly at 4:30 in the morning, and then again at 7, because that's when my upstairs neighbors are like, "It's time to do parkour," and I hear them through my because we have wood floors, so I can hear everything, you know. So it's like that friends where their upstairs carpet strips, or their upstairs neighbor strips the carpet, and they hear everything going on. That's the story of my life. So
Yeah, that would annoy me. Damaris, are you loaded with homework from all your classes? Because I know for me, I'm getting homeworks and like 40, 45 pages of reading in every single class I'm in.
Yeah, honestly, like, I'm really trying to do all the readings. I'm really trying to participate in the Zoom classes and stuff. But for some reason, like, time management does not exist in my anything. Like, I can't, like, I even write in my notebook, I'm like, all right, today I'm gonna read this. And then I'll sit there and I'll start reading it, and then I got freaking TikTok, which is, I'll read and I'm like, all right, well, like, let me just scroll real quick
great,
because I got
great.
a
I've been
notification.
an hour.
2, 3
And then
minute
I'm on
break.
my phone,
That's
and then,
it.
yeah, I'm on my phone for an hour. Like, and honestly, that's why my dating life is so non-existent, because I don't even have time to, like, hang out with my friends, let alone, like, date somebody. Because I feel bad. Like, during the week, I can't go out. I need to do my homework, because during the weekend, I don't want to even look at my computer. So
Exactly. Yeah. I try and bang everything out during the week, but sometimes it's just so much. And I went out the other week and bought myself a planner, and I started writing like read page 16, answer questions 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. And I highlighted it and then just never looked at my planner until now. So like I just forgot I had to read that.
So I think my planner is really like helping me out. I make lists, like daily lists. Like, I wake up and I'm like, all right, today I need to accomplish this. But then I get really like down on myself when I don't accomplish any of it. I'm just like, oh.
So, because like some of the readings are just so long and so boring, and it's like
Right.
I don't. We
You,
talked about this before, and I just can't do them.
I don't.
I can't.
My professors, if you're hearing this, I'm sorry, I don't do most of your reading. Because, and I learned this last semester when I was in a Jewish history class, and we had like 4 books just for this one class, and I tried to read the 100 pages. We had it twice a week, and he assigned 100 pages of reading each class. I tried to read them, and I was like, by mid-semester, I was like, it's not possible. I can't do this because I have 3 other classes with almost as much reading. So no, now I'll spark notes that stuff. I don't care, because it's like my goal is to get an A in this class and, learn like everything overall. I'm not trying to be a professor in this subject. So I think you have to learn how to maybe skim read efficiently, just to pick up the idea of your reading, rather than sit down and try to actually, like, it's not like I can't read textbooks the way I read novels, like I can't do that. I have to just look through it.
I'm not well, I'm not good at reading both, so that's another story for me. I had, like, the other day on my Monday night class, I had to read half this book that she gave us, and then I forgot to read it, and we had a pop quiz on it. Tried Spark Notes in it, wasn't on Spark Notes, so it was a absolute disaster for me. I'm gonna have to do some extra credit for that class. Emma, how are you handling school, work, being president of the SVAF all at once, making all these awesome events? How's it going?
It's going. I feel that I work well under pressure, so I'm not too bothered by it. I wish that I had more time for a social life. I'm a very extroverted individual, so not being able to interact frequently with friends and things like that is frustrating to me, and it makes me very cantankerous. So if I snap at people, it's usually because I haven't had a chance to like I refuel by socializing, and I can't do that. So maybe that's contributing to like my exhaustion as well. I'm alone all the time with the dogs and whatever.
Have the next First Friday event at your apartment.
Yeah, okay.
Easy right there.
You guys, and like it's clean, but I don't want to clean that much, you know.
Yeah, don't even, because we were at my house for NatCon.
That's true. With that though, we gave Matthias a lot of crap, which was the main event of the night.
Sign me up for going to someone else's house, not having anyone at my house.
Yeah, well, I would never travel to your house, Mike. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, you want to make an hour and a half drive?
Absolutely not. I have to travel an hour just for class. I'm not doing that for anything else.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you want to live in Brooklyn if you have to travel an hour just to go to class?
$15.50 in rent versus $2,800.
Who's paying $2,800?
Anyone on the Upper East or West Side is paying upwards of $2,000.
Not in the Bronx.
Okay, I'm not gonna do the Bronx. I'm not gonna do that.
Not in the Bronx. It's not. I was paying $1,300 for a 1-bedroom last 2 years.
Also, the Bronx's COVID rate is just insane right now. Like compared to the other boroughs, it is like in the 10% positive rate right now.
What's Brooklyn?
We go into code orange if our neighborhood enters into higher than 3. So my neighborhood's less than 3.
Yeah, I pretty much stopped listening to all the percentages and stuff like that a little bit ago. I'm over it.
Yeah.
Because my gym closes if it goes higher, and that's sad for me. So, but in general, I feel that I'm handling the balance pretty well. I do class and work throughout the week, and on the weekends, I usually do my podcast on Saturdays. Sundays, that's the Lord's Day, so I do nothing. You know, I do nothing as much as possible. I definitely
until football season comes back.
I don't care about football.
It sucks.
Sports. Go sports.
Sports. Let's go. Fans back in the arenas.
Oh, that'd be weird. I mean, technically they already are, aren't they? Just with a bunch of cardboard cutouts.
No Madison Square Garden's allowing 2,000 fans. It started on Tuesday.
Oh wow!
It started last night.
I won't take someone's spot who really wants to go. So.
That I was looking at the tickets for like the general public for a Rangers game, $345 per ticket.
Is that a lot?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's a lot.
Okay. I just assume that pro games cost a lot anyway. Like I just assume all sports are like that.
You can go to a Yankee game for like $15.
You sit in like the nosebleeds.
Bleachers.
See, I'm trying to get like. I tell you, the next time you interview the Yankees, throw my name out because that's
you want to be up close and personal with everybody.
Right. I want to know those players.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm hoping for you that would be a good pickup for you guys.
Oh.
Great pickup.
No thanks. I don't do that.
Dating a professional athlete would actually be very tough.
I imagine. Yeah. I mean, their life is their sport, you know. So.
Fame all over them all the time. No matter what happens, there's a story about it.
Yeah, I dated this basketball player in Frankfurt when I lived in Germany, and it was so annoying.
There's always media asking them questions. I could never. I don't think I could.
Media, but there was like fans. There was a lot of fans, and the only cool part is I would go to the basketball games, like sit courtside and like pretend that I know what's going on. So that was fun.
He's got the ball. Yay.
Let's go.
Yeah. So how about you, Mike? How are you handling your work-life balance?
It's going all right. School, like I said, most of my homework is like reading 40 pages, 45 pages, and then answering 10 questions on it. So it's hard to answer the questions without fully reading it, but usually the answer's in the headline. So it's been making it a lot easier. But for me, the most difficult thing is I got this internship at this company called Media Squared, and the work is to like cut segments from the Nets games and then like the Yankees games and all their post-game interviews, pre-game practice, on all that stuff. So it's just very repetitive, but some of it takes up to like 5-6 hours to even complete. So like I have a deadline to complete that. So I'm having that as my top priority. And then I forget that then I also have school as a priority, and I'm getting it all done, and I'm getting it all done by their deadlines, but it's just physically and mentally draining. Like my social life is just dwindling. Like I don't go out and hang out with my friends. I see my girlfriend every other day, every 2 days or something like that. But I just have so much work to handle, and it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah. Every time I watch TV or like I try to like hang out, I feel so guilty because I have so much work that needs to be done.
Like you were saying before about TikTok, like I'm like, oh, let me scroll Twitter for 5 minutes. Let's see what the news is. And then an hour and a half later, I'm like, well, I just wasted an hour and a half looking at the same stuff I've looked at before I did my work. So
Mm.
I definitely have the most work in my math class more than anything else. Like this happened last semester and it really bothered me that my professors won't set a lot of the deadlines for work until the next half of the semester. So the first half is like, it's just lectures and information. And then I'm overloaded with papers by the time we get like halfway through, which is like it's almost coming up, right? Like that's crazy to me. Like we've already been in classes for a month. Like that's wild.
I've actually haven't had any papers due in any of my classes yet. All just like easy discussion questions, quizzes, no papers though. And I'm so happy for that. Oh my God.
I have one due March 2nd that I need to do. So great.
Probably having
Wait till March 1st to do it.
Yeah, I mean truly, but it's like 7 pages. I probably should start now.
Yeah, I can't do a 7-page paper in one night.
No, oh my God, no. What I do though is I'll give myself a week beforehand and I'll do 1 page a day. And that's how I get through it without wanting to like kill myself. Like you have to, yeah. So I'll do that with like, if I have a paper due for more than class, then I'll do it for each one. And then I end up writing about 2 pages a day and it's really not that bad, you know? I've definitely learned the hard way not to leave papers until the last minute because I was doing my senior thesis in high school in one day basically. And it was the worst. So.
And I cry, like real tears fall out of my eyes. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy. I will wait till the last day to do like a 4 to 5 page paper. Last semester I had a 10-page paper, and I was crying as I just can't sit down and write. Like, I don't know words. Every time I sit down, like to do a paper, I forget every word I've ever learned in my life.
Intro paragraph takes me like 20 minutes because it's like arguably one of the most important parts of your whole paper.
I get stuck on the title. Like I'm sitting there like, what?
Oh, I struggle with titles more than anything.
Yeah.
Titles are hard.
I just do a pun and I'm like, you don't like it, I don't care.
Titles are one of my weakest links in writing a paper. It's that in the opening paragraph, like you said, that the two hardest things for me. I don't know why.
Yeah, I understand. I think mine just organizing my thoughts is like the hardest part, you know.
Yeah.
It's I know what I want to say, but it's making it concise that's the issue. So because in this is what I like to do is just talk, you know, and have like a conversation. But obviously in papers you can't do that. It has to be organized, whatever. So that's my struggle is like making a logical timeline basically for what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So my friend, she's a writer, and she told me that she would talk to her computer, and it like puts it into words, and then from there she'll organize it. Like she'll organize what she has to say. So I don't know. I haven't tried it yet, but we'll see.
Yeah, I need to find a way to like be able to just write. I just have to get better at writing. I've went to the writing center. I've done some workshops, but and like they've helped for those papers. They give me tips, great advice, but once I leave, everything just comes directly out of my head. I'm like, wait, I have to go right back to them.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not alone.
Look over your drafts if you guys ever want me to. Writing that's my niche. It's what I like to do. Even if it's a subject I'm not interested in, I like to do it. So I'm not opening the floor to everybody because I don't have time for that.
Everybody sends you their draft.
You send Emma your papers. Absolutely not. Please don't do that.
We'll put Emma's email at the bottom of this episode so everyone can know.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much all I have for this episode. Do you guys have any final thoughts on it? Any advice on how to keep yourself going and really stay focused during the year?
Just recognize that it's temporary, you know, like you're doing all this work now and it sucks and it's hard, but it's not going to be forever. You know, hopefully you're doing it because you want to get done with your degree faster. And in that case, you know, once it's over, you'll look back and it won't seem like it was like that bad because it got you to where you wanted to be.
Yeah. And if anybody out there has any tips or anything that works for them, write it below because I need it. Help.
Please give us your advice on what to do because clearly the three of us are struggling pretty badly this semester. Clearly we need it.
So,
That's
I
funny.
started drinking coffee.
you know, I've
Ooh.
been doing that since 2013.
No, I don't drink coffee, but I got an espresso machine. So
Yes, and she's getting really good at the latte art. Like she can make
yeah,
latte and stuff. She's doing really good.
Yeah, coffee's not my thing, but I have a feeling I'm gonna go drink one today because I just feel so out of it for some reason. It's still snowing here, and got to go out, have coffee, shovel, and then come back to you guys with another episode of the Vet Scoop next week. So thank you guys for listening, and we're excited to come back next week.
See you guys.
I